I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and you know, when my scrap bins are in my studio, you know we're in for a scrappy treat. I'm going to show you how to make a crumb quilt with all your scraps, so let's get to it. In a past crumb quilt video, I showed you how I organize and cut my scraps. I learned this from Lori Holt years ago. I'm going to link to that video so you can see the details. But basically, I cut my scraps into 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, and 6.5-inch squares. And to use up my scraps, I came up with a project today. We're gonna call it Scrappy by Number, and I'm gonna show you how to make it, and it's a great way to use up all these scraps that I've encouraged you to save over the years. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel for tons of quilty content just like this. I'm calling this project Scrappy by Number, so you can go to the Fat Quarter Shop website and download the project guide for this. Basically, I'm combining all of the 6 sizes from my buckets into making 3 different size blocks, and you'll have an entire quilt that is 30 by 35 made of all your scraps. So let me show you a little bit more about this. In this quilt, we're going to be making 3 different blocks. The first one finishes at 5 inches, the second block finishes at 10 inches, and the third block finishes at 15 inches. And you will see it's the same exact block with just different sizes of scraps used. And we're also gonna have accent blocks, and those will be just 5.5-inch squares from your scrap buckets. So let me tell you a little bit more about all the details of the blocks. For the 5-inch block, you will be using 4 2.5-inch squares, 9 1.5-inch squares, and you will make 8 of these blocks. For the 10-inch block, you're going to use 4 4.5-inch squares, 9 2.5-inch squares, and you'll make 2 blocks. For the 15-inch block, you will use 4 6.5-inch squares and 9 3.5-inch squares, and you will make 2. We will use the 5.5-inch accent squares when it's time to assemble the blocks into my quilt. You will be using 8 of these. Now we're going to start assembling a block, and I'm going to take 4 squares from my 2.5-inch square bucket, and I have different collections kind of stacked together, so I'm going to pull from different sections so that I get different collections, if that makes sense. So similar fabrics will be together, so just kind of digging through my buckets is going to give me the best result. So I've got 4 2.5-inch squares, and then I need some 1.5-inch squares. And I'm just trying to pull from different parts of the bucket so I get different collections. So in here I can see, you know, 3 Sisters, Lori Holt, Fig Tree. I see all different kinds of designers in here. And I'm trying to just do a mix of different colors, just get a little bit of the rainbow in here. And obviously the more scraps you have, the better, and the more collections you have, all the better. And you don't have to think too much about it because the whole quilt is going to be scrappy. So you could sit here and say, oh, we've got to separate the yellows and the blues. But in the end, you're going to have so many scraps together, it's not going to matter. So what I'm going to do here is just take my design board, and I'm just going to stitch a 1/4-inch seam right here, and then I'll show you how to iron. Now with this quilt, you can press one direction, you can press open. We kind of just left it open and in the air to do whatever you want at whatever level you are. Because a lot of the blocks join, I'm just going to press open to make it easy so I don't have to think. So let's sew these seams first. So I'm just going to use a 1/4-inch foot, and I'm not going to use any type of pins. I'm just going to sew. I'm using about a 1.5 stitch length. And then here I'm just going to leave them chained together, press my seam, press to one side, and then press open. And since it's scrappy, I'm just going to put this back on the board ever which way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, you know, planned like a normal quilt where the fabric goes in a certain spot, because like I said, when you start putting all these blocks together, all your colors are eventually going to touch. So I'll just cut these apart, something like that. And then what I'm going to do is sew these 2 together, these 2 together, and these 2 together, and we'll come back and press. Same thing. Set your seams, press open. And on this quilt, I'm not using pins. It's just a scrappy quilt. It's more just to use up your scraps. I'm not as worried about lining up my seams and making sure everything's perfect. So this one's more of just a fun, casual crumb quilt, just to use up your scraps. And then I'm just gonna add these. And of course, it doesn't matter which way the stripe goes, doesn't matter. Just sew it together and we'll come back and press this. Okay, this time I'm gonna leave it chain pieced just to make it super easy. So we're just gonna press these open, and I kept everything chain pieced together just to make it easy. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pin, and when I pin, I'm gonna cut those chains apart, because if I'm pressing open, I don't want them, those little chains in the way. So I will just pin this in the middle intersection and the outside edges, sew the seam, and then when I'm at the sewing machine, I will sew the other one at the same time, and then we'll come back and press, and I'll give you some tips on trimming up your blocks. So really fun, really scrappy, you know, colors all over the place. Now from here, I'll just set one seam, press to one side, set the other seam, press to one side, and then press open. Now you can see that the edges of my block, they're not exactly straight. That's because I didn't pin, because it's a crumb quilt and it's more just meant to be fun. Doesn't have to be as accurate, just get it nice and flat. So from here, I'm just gonna trim the edges and just make it nice and straight and get any kind of threads off. I'm not gonna worry about if it's perfectly square. You know, each of these squares were, you know, cut different days, maybe with different rulers, and they're from your stash. They're not gonna be perfectly square like a brand new quilt would be. Plus they've been in your buckets, they've been moving around, they might've shifted space. So this is your finished block. You would do that on all different sizes, that same different method. And like I said, you can press however you want, but you're gonna have your 3 blocks sizes plus your accent. And now I'm gonna show you how you can put the quilt together. So this is your 5-inch block. You're gonna make your 10-inch and your 15 block with the same exact method, just different sizes of fabric, meaning different buckets that you're gonna pull from. And all that information is on your free project guide at Fat Quarter Shop. Now, when you look at this pattern closely, you'll see you have a column here and a column here, and they're exactly the same. So just looking at it, this column has 4 5-inch squares, 1 10-inch square, 1 15-inch square, and 4 5.5-inch squares. If you look at the other side, it has the same exact thing, it's just flipped. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this column and show you how to do it. And let's start with our design board. I went ahead and made extra 5-inch blocks so that we could do that. Okay, so I have all my blocks here and I have my bucket of fabrics. I'm gonna just lay the blocks out first and then pull from my scrap bucket. So it's really just as easy as that. Now what you'll do is you'll sew these 3 together with a 1/4-inch seam and press. I just pressed open to make it easy. Then you're gonna sew these 3 together and press. And then you can sew these 2 together. Then you're gonna sew these 2 5-inch blocks together and add that to your 10-inch block. And then add that up there. And then you'll just sew this 15-inch block at the bottom. And then you have an entire column. You can make as many of these as you want and just flip them. And you can just kind of work with this increments to make your quilt longer or shorter. So you've got 5-inch here, you've got a 10-inch here with 2 5-inch, and you've got a 15-inch. So those increments will just work. You just keep adding or subtracting to make it bigger or smaller. But this is a great way to use up your scrap buckets. And on this one, like I said, you're gonna make 2 columns, flip it, and then just sew that together. Super easy. You can probably get this quilt done in 3 hours because everything's cut for you. It's already in your scrap buckets and you're ready to go. Your quilty friends will have fun figuring out how you put all your scraps together. And that wraps up another Scrappy Crumb Quilt idea for you. Let me know what you think. Do you like the crumb quilt ideas, or do you like more advanced quilt ideas? I can do either. And make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you every Friday on my weekly live streams. See you there.